I wanted to do this yesterday. As you can see, the cat grass uh, is definitely not greener on the other side of the fence right now. Uh, it's a mess. So I wanted to do this video and show everyone how to make how to grow your own cat grass. It's very, very simple. I almost didn't know. I almost kind of thought, should I make this video? Am I insulting people's intelligence by making this video? But I guess not, because I think um, people. I mean, I know I'm like this. Sometimes things that seem really simple and easy, I'll make very complicated, so then I won't do it. But if I see somebody doing it and I see how easy it is, then I'll actually want to do it. So let's grow some cat grass. So first thing, of course, the bowl that I'm using, you can use any container you want. Anything your little heart desires, you can use. I happen to use these because I'm a recycling person. I actually started out wanting to be an environmental science major. So I wanted a career in environmental science. So I've always been kind of the hippie chick, flower child, recycling person. And so what I do is I repurpose everything I can. If I can't recycle it or pass it on, I try to repurpose it. These actually are um, power bowls that I get in the frozen power bowls. I think this was a beef and broccoli, I think, or broccoli and rice, or some vegetarian thing. I'm not sure. I don't remember anymore. But it was a that's what this was. It was the little bowl that food came in. And what I like about this is, as you see, there's ready-made drainage holes, room for the roots to grow through. And as you'll see, these work perfectly. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pull this out of here, get rid of this grass. Just get rid of all the roots. Pull that out of there. Okay. So now we have our bowl ready for planting. And because I don't want people to have to wait around while I shovel dirt into a bowl, which is kind of boring, I already have one made up. So what I do here is I take this, I break this all up. I break up any big clumps that I can find. And one thing that I would recommend very, very highly is the kind of potting soil you use. Try to make sure that it's organic and it doesn't have a lot of chemical fertilizers in it. Like, make sure the fertilizers are more natural. Like maybe, fish, old fish parts, fish oils, earthworm castings, things like that. Now, you don't have to pay a large amount for organic soil. You can get it relatively cheaply, and you don't need a great big bag. You just need enough to put, depending how many cats you have. I'm actually going to do 3 of these and then 1 of a smaller one. But that's all you really need, is just some kind of soil that isn't loaded up with chemical fertilizers or a lot of big sticks. And I use what I use. Can't think. Let me go check the name of that. Oh, Bacto. I'm sorry. Bacto. I should know it. I've used Bacto for years. It's Baccto, Bacto. And I think this is the lightweight, like the easy drainage one. But you can get it at any garden center. And just use that. Fill up your pot. And then what we're going to do is this is what I use. There's a whole bunch of different grass seeds out there. These are just the ones that I found that germinate really well and grow really well. I don't know about other varieties. I think I've tried one or two other different ones, and I just don't remember anymore because it was like way back when I started doing this, and it was hard to find grass seed in the stores, in the pet stores, and this is what PetSmart had, Whisker City. And so I started using it. It worked really well, and so I just stuck with it. I don't believe it's organic. You can get organic ones if that's really important for you. I'm not really worried about the seeds. I'm more worried about what's in the soil because the cats, if they're in there and they're playing with it, if their paws and they get it in their mouths, that's what I worry about. These seeds, and I'll show you where I put them to germinate them then. But I'm gonna open this up. We'll see if we can open it. Oh, good. Sometimes I need scissors, but not today. So we're going to open this little up. And what we're going to do is we just take them and we sprinkle. Let me see if I can do this. I'll hold it up so you can. I'm using my little tripod today. We just sprinkle them around here. Get some good coverage. Don't be afraid to put a bunch in there. And then what I do is I mix them good. Like I stir them around really good. You don't have to. Some grass seed mixes, they'll tell you you have to cover it with soil and all this, I don't know what that is, certain things, but I found I just like kind of swirl them around just to get them in there, just to kind of get them down in the soil like that, and that works really well. So then we take our watering can, and what you're going to do is just thoroughly soak this. And this is why I love, and you'll see in a minute why I love these dishes so much. I think I can't remember the brand name, but there's a couple different varieties, but they call them power bowls. And they're high protein. A lot of them are vegetarian. I think this one was a beef and broccoli. Sorry, Catitude. Sorry if I'm offending my vegetarian subs. I don't mean to. I really did try to go vegetarian at one point in my life, and I'll tell you, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I really did not do well. So I had to add some protein. So I don't eat very much meat, just for those of you who wonder. I stick mainly to chicken and fish. And I do try to do vegetarian a couple times a week. So I'm not eating every single day. I'm not eating meat every single day. So anyway, not that that's important, but I know we have some vegetarian people in the community that will give me grief on this. So so there we go. Now I'm going to show you. Now just let it sit there for a second or two, and then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to actually, and you see why I like these bowls. Oh, we can drain it. Because the thing is, you don't want the seeds to be immersed in water, or you need good drainage, and you don't want them to be excessively soggy. And that's why I like these bowls, because I can really get that out of there. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to dump this. And I'm going to rinse it out. I'm just going rinse this out. Put it back in here. There we go. Now, next step is I'm going to put it somewhere where it can germinate, and I'm going to show you one of the best places in my apartment I found to actually germinate these seeds. So let me get there, and I will be right back. So this is where, welcome to the germination room. This is actually my bathroom. And this is excuse that mess. I need to clean it up. I have a lot of stuff I'm trying to organize, which is fun. But this is just the little gap between my storage and the top of the toilet tank. And I like is I just put that under there like that. And I have another tray. I have like 2 more trays that will fit under there. And I leave them under there because when you germinate the grass seed, they have to be in a dark space for a couple of days until they germinate. Once they germinate, then you want to bring them out. But they should never be in like real direct sunlight. So you want to keep them, and right here it's shaded. It's in the bathroom. It's humid. It's like the perfect environment for them to sprout. So that's pretty much how you grow grass seed. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. I'll show you. And I can maybe in a couple of days, I'll do a follow-up video of what they look like when they start to sprout. But this is pretty much it for now. We'll just have to wait a few days now until they sprout. It usually takes about 3 days or so till they start to sprout. Once they start to sprout, boy, they go fast. So it's really, in about a week, you can have catgrass for your kitties. And you can even, which I'm not good about this, I need to get better about this, but once they start to sprout, before they get to they're supposed to be like around 4 inches before you give them to your cats. But once they start to sprout and they grow maybe an inch or 2, that's the time to start another round. So you always are rotating dishes so you have a never-ending supply of catgrass, because I know my cats are going to be unhappy because I have yucky catgrass in the back that I have to throw out, and they aren't going to have catgrass for a couple of days, but I think they'll survive. They're going to be a little fussy, but they'll survive. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. It's a great way to save some money, because a lot of times you can get those grass seed packets for, you can like buy 2 or 3 and get a third one free, or get a third or a fourth one free. A lot of times they'll have, if you buy online, pick up in store, have 1-day delivery. If you have 1-day delivery or shipping, you can, as long as you buy online, you get like 20% off. So PetSmart's always having sales and promos and coupons and all kinds of stuff. So if you have a PetSmart locally, I would encourage you to check that out. I know I've had a lot of people, when I tell people I go to PetSmart, I hear, oh, they're so expensive. Oh, I get things cheaper at Walmart. Well, you know what? Yeah, you can get things cheaper at Walmart, but you just need to know how to shop. If you know how to shop, believe me, you can get bargains anywhere. And maybe I'll do a video at some point on that, just how to bargain shop as a pet owner. But in the meantime, here's the grass. PetSmart, you can buy a bag of it. If you think about it, well, something like this, they're not even that big. They're just in those little square containers, and they're like $7. That grass seed packet that I showed you was only, I think, they've gone up a little bit because everything's gone up with inflation. I think they're roughly around $3.50, $4 now. But again, if you go online and you look at PetSmart, a lot of times, and I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a tip. if you see a promo that says buy like 3 toys, get the 4th free, look at the cat grass, because the cat grass and catnips, they're all back in the toy department of PetSmart, and they all count as toys. So 9 times out of 10, that grass, even though it's grass seed, it's still going to be on sale, because it's going to be considered a toy. I think you could also probably buy that grass. There's probably a human version of it, because I know a lot of this is like just wheatgrass, and I know people eat wheatgrass. So you could maybe find it in bulk somewhere too, if you have a lot of cats. I mean, if you're feeding a colony, or you, like Kim, you have 19 cats, it'd be really fun to get one of those cement trays, drill holes in it for drainage, fill it with a bag of potting soil, and just plant cat grass seed in it, and watch it grow. I mean, the only problem that might happen there is they might actually poop in it, because it might entice them to do that. But yeah, you can grow your own cat garden. There's lots of things that you can grow for your cat. Actually, you can see here my spider plants. See my spider plants? You know why my spider plants look like this? Because I have little kitties that like to chew on them. And they're going to be chomped on more, because they don't have cat grass. They come and chew these, which, I mean, this is why they're not big and beautiful, because they keep getting chewed down. But they're non-toxic. The only thing is, I've read that the spider plants actually have something in them that's similar to catnip, so your cat might get a bit of a buzz off of them. That's the only thing that I've heard. But I do have a little baby there. Maybe I can have a baby there too. I love plants. I had a whole bunch of plants before the little beasties came to live with me. Now I don't have as many. But hopefully someday, Kim's dream is to have a hobby farm. My dream is just to have a house where I can have a designated room where I can have plants again, where I can go in and shut the door and be able to have a meditation space and decompression space, because sometimes I need a break. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Again, we're easing up on 100 subs. At 100, I think Kim and I have talked about this, and we're probably going to do some kind of a celebration. We're not sure what yet. But in the meantime, go out to PetSmart or go online, buy yourself some cat grass seed, plant some planters for your kitties, and enjoy. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye now.